Former First Lady Rosalynn Carter will be laid to rest later today in Plains, Georgia, where she lived most of her 96 years. This follows a public farewell in Atlanta attended by former President Jimmy Carter, 2 other presidents, all 5 living First Ladies, and hundreds of friends and family members. Mark Strassmann is in Plains with more on the story. Mark, good morning. It was quite a sight to see yesterday.
Morning, Gayle. It really was. And today's funeral will be a chance for Rosalynn Carter's hometown of Plains to say goodbye. It will be a final tribute to a long and extraordinary life.
Still inseparable, Rosalynn Carter and her husband Jimmy Carter, the 39th president, a frail 99, draped in a blanket embroidered with their images and surrounded by family and friends.
My mother, Rosalynn Carter, was the most beautiful woman I've ever met, and pretty to look at, too.
Star power in the sanctuary, America's most exclusive sisterhood, all 5 living First Ladies.
Secretary Clinton and Dr. Biden, we also welcome your lovely husbands.
Their husbands making a trio of presidents in the room. Admiration for Mrs. Carter shimmered throughout. She was Plains-born, plain-spoken, from her days as First Lady to a half-century of globetrotting as a voice for the voiceless.
My grandmother doesn't need a eulogy. Her life was a sermon.
Some of those who knew her best lauding her long life of service.
She was really, in many ways, my North Star. She had a vision for how each of us could really make a difference in this world, and she exemplified that herself.
Because of Rosalynn Carter, millions of lives are better off. What a gift she left.
Tears of mourning and laughter filled the church.
She was like everyone else's grandmother in a lot of ways. Almost all of her recipes call for mayonnaise, for example.
The Carters shared a great American love story, married for 77 years.
My mom spent most of her life in love with my dad.
Their daughter Amy brimming with emotion as she read from a letter her father wrote her mother 75 years ago when he was in the Navy.
When I see you, I fall in love with you all over again. Does that seem strange to you? It doesn't to me. Goodbye, darling. Until tomorrow. Jimmy.
Today's funeral will be small and private, and the former First Lady will be buried on the family property here in Plains. Tony?
Oh, Mark, this is a beautiful piece, beautiful service, and a great quote there at the end from Amy Carter. Thank you very much. Just a perfect line to go out on.
Especially when you think about the Carters, it was really great to see Jimmy Carter yesterday, but it was also very tough to see him looking so frail. But the fact that he made the trip to be there as his wife was laid to rest, and to see the former First Ladies all together, it was a very, very touching, emotional service. Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, too, singing Imagine.
Yeah.
Touching all the way around.
Yeah, it really was.
It's a great farewell.
Life well lived.